It began as a whisper from the cosmic abyss, a faint shimmer against the endless black sea of stars. At first, it looked like nothing more than another icy traveler drifting from the outer dark, a routine wanderer from interstellar space. But that illusion didn't last long. This object, later named 3I, Atlas, broke every known rule of physics. Its light was too bright, its motion too smooth, and its color, a vivid, living green, came from no element known to science. It reflected sunlight in patterns no comet ever had. Telescopes across the world, Hubble, James Webb, Gemini, and TESS, turned their gaze toward it. Each new image deepened the mystery instead of solving it. Was it a remnant of a shattered world? A random fragment wandering through the void? Or something that was meant to be here? Soon, one fact became unavoidable: 3I, Atlas was not just passing through. It was doing something, rewriting what we thought was real. An impossible traveler. The first signal came from the Atlas survey in Chile. At a glance, the object seemed harmless, slow, icy, and distant. But within days, astronomers realized the calm was an illusion. Its speed defied models, its light changed without cause, and its energy output dwarfed its size. Hubble's sharp eyes revealed a nucleus barely a few kilometers across, wrapped in a chaotic cloud of gas and dust. Yet, instead of drifting away from the sun as normal comets do, its tail curved toward it, against the solar wind itself. Every telescope confirmed it. Even instruments built for exoplanet searches had unknowingly recorded its earlier path, showing it had brightened fivefold beyond predictions. That's when researchers began to suspect the unthinkable. 3I, Atlas was aware. James Webb's revelation: when the James Webb Space Telescope aimed its mirrors toward the object, it saw something extraordinary. Instead of frozen water and simple gases, it detected streams of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and traces of hydrogen cyanide, all released far from the sun, where no heat could cause such activity. Its dust didn't scatter light randomly. It moved in precise waves, geometric, synchronized, deliberate. Spectral analysis showed metals like nickel and iron, but in ratios that didn't exist anywhere in nature. Had this object been built rather than formed? The green enigma. As it approached the inner solar system, observers around the globe saw a deep emerald glow shimmer across its coma. Normally, that color means carbon molecules are being excited by sunlight, but 3I, Atlas lacked the carbon to do so. The light seemed to breathe, flickering like a pulse. Some scientists called it chemistry. Others called it consciousness. If the glow wasn't natural, then what was energizing it? Was it a signal, or a transformation? The pattern in the light. Among the first to voice suspicion was Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb, who suggested that its structure and motion hinted at something engineered. Many dismissed the idea, until the data changed again. Polarization readings showed that the object wasn't merely reflecting sunlight. It was modulating it, bending and twisting the rays in rhythmic patterns. Hidden within its light curve was a repeating pulse, timed like music, spaced in perfect harmonic ratios. It was as if the object were keeping time with something unseen. A signal from the void. Then came the moment that shook the scientific world. Hubble captured its coma flattening into a disk, its tail splitting into rings, perfectly circular, perfectly aligned. Moments later, all emissions faded, and the green glow dimmed to nothing. Then a microwave burst shot into deep space. It wasn't aimed at Earth or the Sun, but beyond the solar system itself. Every radio observatory recorded the same wave at the exact same instant. Its pattern traced a spiral, a mirror image of 3I, Atlas's own orbit. It had left a signature in spacetime. Resonance soon after, subtle ripples appeared in the solar wind. They repeated the same rhythm as the object's earlier pulse. The pattern formed a lattice of energy that expanded outward, connecting planets and magnetic fields as if the solar system itself were humming in unison. The shape of that pattern, a tetraspiral, echoed atomic orbits, galactic arms, and even the ratios of DNA. Was this a coincidence? Or a deliberate design encoded in mathematics? 3I, ATLAS disappeared beyond the path astronomers had predicted, vanishing as if it had stepped into another dimension. For a brief, almost imperceptible moment, the void seemed empty, quiet, the kind of silence that presses against your chest, making the vastness of space feel almost tangible. Then, without warning, it reappeared. Not in a chaotic burst, but with deliberate rhythm, 6 long pulses followed by a single short one. The sequence repeated with unwavering precision, like a heartbeat encoded in light itself. Spectral analysis revealed something shocking: its material composition had shifted entirely. The familiar icy nucleus, the volatile gases, even traces of metals, all transformed. It was as though 3I, ATLAS had been reborn, emerging from the void as something new, something alive in a way we had never encountered. The sun, usually indifferent to distant wanderers, began responding. Sensitive instruments detected faint electromagnetic pulses mirroring the comet's rhythm, subtle vibrations threading through the solar atmosphere. It was as though the star itself were acknowledging the presence of this intruder, humming along with its silent, coded song. As the days passed, a rare celestial alignment unfolded. Earth, Mars, and the Sun lined up in an almost impossible geometric arrangement. Across the planets, arrays of sensors, magnetic detectors, radio antennas, and solar observatories recorded a phenomenon unlike any ever seen. A synchronized hum spread through the planetary magnetic fields, oscillating at frequencies that eerily matched biological resonance. The vibrations were gentle, but unmistakable, patterns that resembled the rhythmic pulses of living organisms. Some scientists whispered in disbelief that the solar system itself was being tuned, orchestrated like a cosmic instrument. And then, silence returned. The pulses faded, the hum disappeared, and the solar wind resumed its usual chaotic dance. Yet, in the lingering stillness, careful analysis revealed a faint harmonic signature buried in the noise. It traced the paths of planets with precise ratios, almost mathematical in design. It was deliberate. It was intelligent. It was not natural. Even Voyager 1, far beyond the orbit of Pluto, registered something extraordinary near the heliopause, the fragile boundary where the Sun's influence wanes and interstellar space begins. A tiny optical flash, identical to 3I, Atlas's last known signal, illuminated the instruments. It was subtle, fleeting, almost easy to dismiss, but the timing, the pattern, the precision left no doubt. Somewhere, out there, beyond the edge of human observation, something had responded. Since then, deep space antennas continue to pick up the faint hum. It is rhythmic, subtle, and slowly growing stronger, like a pulse spreading across the vastness of the galaxy. Astronomers debate its origin, but the data is undeniable. The solar system is no longer silent. 3I, ATLAS may never have been a comet in the first place. It may have been a key, a spark, an awakening, turning our planetary neighborhood into a vast, interstellar transmitter. And somewhere beyond the edges of light, beyond the reach of our most powerful telescopes, something waits. It listens. It calculates. It watches. The universe feels suddenly more alive, as though a quiet rhythm, hidden for eons, has begun to resonate. Every planet, every star, every whisper of electromagnetic energy might now carry the echo of that heartbeat. And humanity, for the first time, is aware that we may be part of a dialogue far older and more intelligent than anything we have imagined. In the vast silence beyond Pluto, beyond the heliosphere, 3I, ATLAS has left a mark. A mark that is still pulsing, still vibrating, still calling. And somewhere, in the unfathomable darkness, something is still responding, waiting for the next word, the next pulse, the next note in the cosmic symphony.